What's going on, my people? Today, I went to my local train store and got another train. I know, isn't that crazy? Unfortunately, though, I wanted to break some news to you. My local train store is closing because the owner is like 90 years old, and yeah, so he doesn't want to work there anymore, and he's closing. I've probably bought more trains from him than anyone has from him. So most of my collection, some of it's eBay, but I mean most of my collection is from him. Today I got a Berkshire, Richmond and Washington, riverrossi. This thing's been on hold for a long time, so when I got this layout, I put it on hold. So I didn't have the money at the time. Here's the tender, by the way. So I thought, well, I really want it, but I don't have the money. So I guess it was in this little glass cabinet with 5 other trains in there. And I said, I guess if it's there, when I have the money, I'll buy it. And it was the last train in there. And I said, you know what, let's just put it on hold. Because that was like a thing on the side that it was meant to be. And by the way, I put another one on hold. Only because he's closing soon and everything is like 40% off. So, yeah. Alright, so here it is. Alright, so here it is right here. So let's see if it runs. Oh! Wrong way always, huh? Woo! Definitely needs some work, like normal. It's just, if we give it a minute, it should break in though. This is full throttle, so definitely needs some work. Got a working headlight. And I think if you put smoke fluid in there, it would smoke. Unfortunately, I don't have any at the time. But, yeah, this thing runs way better than I thought it would. It might even have smoke fluid in it. Let me smell it. Yep, definitely smokes. So let's go ahead and take this thing over to the bench and work on it. So, I worked on my Challenger, and it looks like it's kind of the same. So, I've been wanting this train for so long, and I was really hoping it wasn't going to sell, but I kind of knew it was going to sell, and it actually didn't. So what we're going to do is we're going to oil the pistons. Oh, this screws. Really, okay. We're going to oil the pistons, we're going to clean the wheels, clean the drive, and yeah, so we're going to get all that done. So let's take off this plate. And it's kind of fun to do this because then like it could be really, really bad and we could be in for a big adventure to clean. Or it's not bad at all and just needs some oil. So I'm hoping it's that way. But again, it just pretty much needs to kick in. Who knows how long it's been sitting. Bit. Alright, there it goes. So first impression, no oil. Like, nah, zilch. There's nothing. So yeah, that's not good. So the bearings are dirty though. And then here's the gearbox, so that's probably needs some stuff. So I'm gonna, oh. It just came out. Okay, cool. That's nice. I thought that would be a pain. What did that go to? Let's clean the bearings. They have been dirty. Alright, so now we're going to put some new oil in there in a minute, but it actually spins pretty freely even without oil, which is good. But we have this. This needs cleaned bad with just like a toothpick with all that grime in there and those little cracks of that gear, so we're going to get that out real quick. So we're going to put this aside for a sec and take off the shell just to see how everything is looking. We're going to take this shell off. And riverrossi's always like a little scavenger hunt. You always got to find where they have the hidden screws because they always have the screws hidden. Alright, so now we got the shell off. There's a little gearbox right here that the drive shaft goes into on Rossi's. So we're going to go ahead and undo that because that probably has some dirt and grime in there. And then we should be able to put this thing back together after we see. Look, that's where we need to hook up that plastic piece. Should be able to hook up the drive, put it all back together, oil the drive, and then clean the wheels, and then oil the pistons, and we should be fired up and ready for action here. All right, so everything is pretty much all dried off. So we're gonna throw it all back together forever, and put this all back together so we can throw it up on the track and get it all going good in a while. So, all right. So, wait. Okay. All right. So now we're gonna oil these bearings. Alright, I got it all put back together. Now we're oiling the bearings, and then we have to put this one thing back on. So we're going to put this all back together, which this might be fun. Alright, so now that that's back on, we have to fiddle with this. Oh my goodness, sorry guys, but that took me way too long just to get this little drive shaft and this gearbox back together. But I did. If I had to say one thing about riverrossi I didn't like, is that there's this little drive shaft that goes down and connects everything, and it's such a pain. So, yeah, I'm all done now, finally. So I oiled this bearing right here, oiled all this inside of there, oiled these bearings, and now it works. So now what we're going to do is oil all the components on the pistons. So sometimes what they do is they get dry. It just helps it run better. They get dry, and sometimes they could break if you don't take care of them. So it's every little nut and screw that is known to mankind on a steam train. Give it some oil. We get that one oil. So yeah, all the ones on this side are oiled. Now we go on this side. And I recommend you do it upside down. It just makes it a heck of a lot easier. Like this here. Now we're going to clean the wheels. Alright, so those wheels look a lot better. So now we're going to put the engine aside for a minute, because we pretty much got the whole engine serviced up. Now put that aside. And now we're going to work on the tender. So first what we're going to do is, I found the duster brush, and just get it all dusted off. This thing has been sitting for a while, so I'm glad we're going to get it all clean. We put the shell back on this thing, and then put her on the track, and then take her over the track and... Alright, so let's go ahead and take this thing over the track and test it out. Well, folks, here it is, and we're going to go ahead and test it out real quick. Let's hope it works, because I spent a lot of time fixing this thing, because it had, like, no oil in it. Definitely not the worst, but it's riverrossi, so that's a really good brand. Here it is, it's all dusted up. Let's see if it works. Oh yeah, no problems at all. Actually got a pretty good top speed. Holy cow, this thing runs really good. Well, folks, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I certainly enjoyed fixing this train up. It is super cool. Like I've just been like, you can't get enough shots for it. It's just so cool. And my local train store is closing, but I'm gonna get a few more trains from there before they close, because some trains back then that were worth like $150 are now gonna be only worth like $100, because he's having a huge sale, and it's super sad to see everything like cleared out, because they're normally pretty dang stocked. But I have 2 trains that are on hold right now. Well, 1 train, and gonna have 2 on hold. I have a New York Central on hold and a Pennsylvania on hold. Not yet. It's gonna be on hold. If it's still there, okay, cut that out. And it's super cool. One thing I did have to do is take the trucks off, because one wheel was bigger than the other, and it was like high centering the train. So I had to take them off so I can find the right size of wheels, but I don't have that quite yet. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.